Well, I figured he wouldn't come inside on me, try to stay away. Some a bigger kid. Lots of coaches say, don't throw inside on him because he'll just hit the crap out of the ball. he threw me inside, just turned on, and I figured it was going to be short because, the field's 340. Ours is only 325, and I figured it'd just carry, drop at the bottom of the fence, but everybody said it was way gone, so.
Yeah, that was a situation there where they're an out away from getting out of an inning that looked like could be big for you guys. How big was that hit, do you think?
I think it was a real motivation killer for them. It always is on a pitcher. If somebody hits a home run, it's like, really? But, I think it really got our team going. I got to the plate and everybody just jacked and got into the dugout, and I think it really got us going to put the W up.
You had a lot of, as I mentioned, 3 hits tonight, so I guess what was it about tonight? You had some good at-bats against this pitcher.
It's just I think slower pitchers are my kind of pitcher. I don't really like faster pitchers, and I don't really like the curveball too much, so I just try to, if I get 0-2, I try to just put the curveball in play, but I just had a good night, I guess.
You got the 3-time defending state champion. You guys ready for that challenge?
Yeah, I think if we play the way we did tonight, I think we can put up the W against them.
All right, congrats and good luck Tuesday.
Thank you.
I just tried to go in and hit my spots, and I did that better than I have all season. I mostly threw fastballs. I didn't have to use my off-speed too much, which helped a lot.
Talking with Coach Vanfossan before the game, he said I didn't really know too much about these guys. So how did you go out there not really having much of a scouting report?
I guess I just pitch how I usually do. Try to hit my spots as best I could, like I said, and stay ahead in the count.
You got the 4 runs in the bottom of the first inning there, a big 3-run shot by Pingel. I guess how big was that for you on the mound, having that 4-run cushion?
That was huge. It gave me a lot of confidence to keep pumping strikes, and I knew my defense was behind me.
Tell us about Martinsdale St. Mary's getting an opportunity to play the 3-time defending state champion. It's obviously something a lot of teams maybe wouldn't like to see, and a lot of other teams maybe look forward to. Where you guys stand?
I think it'd actually be pretty sweet if we beat them to go to state. Everyone expects them to win it, so why not let the underdog come in and take it?
All right, congratulations, Austin. Great job. Good luck Tuesday.
Obviously, you look at their record. I think they were 19-7 or 19-6 or something like that. Going 14-0 in their conference. That are obviously a good team. And that's how we looked at their stats. I think everybody in their lineup had over 12, 15 stolen bases. So, you have to respect the fact that they can run. Their pitchers were around the plate. You witnessed that by, the lack of walks that they had this year. So, it's one of those things where after you find out who throws, the night before, you can kind of start figuring out, okay, well, who's going to throw, and it was just one of those things. We barreled up the ball pretty good tonight. Even our outs, for the most part, were hard hit balls, and it was our night. It was one of those things where we hit the ball, played defense. Austin threw well, got some big hits when we needed them, and we were able to keep the running game in check. And like I said, with the stats, that's a big part of their game. So obviously, you take something that big out of their game, it makes it a little more difficult for them to score runs.
Spencer Pingel had hit the big 3-run shot with 2 outs there in the first. It looked like you're going to have a big inning, then it looked like you weren't, and then he comes through with the big shot. Well, how big was that for you?
He's made a couple adjustments later on in the year, and he's really been seeing the ball well and really been hitting the ball well. I think he's got 3 home runs on the season, but he's really been crushing the ball, and it's good for him because he's a big hitter. He's obviously, as you saw, he's not going to stretch a whole lot of he usually stretches a lot of doubles into singles, but he hit the ball hard, barreled it up, and he's been doing that the last 2 or 3 weeks for us. So he's working his plan, and it's paying off for him. It's good to see him have some success.
Austin Konsor, just kind of a typical Austin Konsor night, throwing strikes, not really allowing too much, 3 hits all night. I guess your thoughts on his performance?
He threw well, especially coming on 3 days. We've been very fortunate this year. We've got 3 pitchers that we can run out there. The way our conference is set up, and one of the things that we have is we're fortunate to have guys like Austin and Gable Sudman and Caleb who, can throw 6 or 7 innings, and the more innings, obviously, you can get out of them. You don't have to use your bullpen, and sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad. If you're getting rocked around a little bit, it makes it a little tough you don't know what you're going to have, but Austin throws strikes, and sometimes, as if you're around the plate all the time, you're just going to get hit around. But he's able to change speeds. He did a nice job of locating his fastball tonight. And like I was saying before, if you can locate your fastball, then everything else is gravy. It makes calling pitches and a lot easier, obviously, when you got somebody on the mound who can do what he does. But also, he can change speeds and throw everything for strikes, keeps hitters off balance. So he's had a really nice year, both offensively and defensively, and tonight was one of his better performances.
Talking with a couple of the kids, they're pretty excited for this challenge against Martinsdale St. Mary's, 3-time defending state champion. So I guess that's half the battle, going into it being excited for it. Talk about, a matchup with the 3-time state champs.
Well, obviously they're very good. They've been rated all year. I think now with their win tonight, I think they've won 29 or 30 games, and that's pretty consistent from what they've done. And like I was telling the non-Perel guy, it's one of those things where if you haven't been there, then you either don't know any better or you're nervous. And for us right now, we don't know. I mean, the boys don't know any better, and that's what we're really going to build on. If we go out, play our game, if they hit the ball like they can, you know what? We got to make plays. If we're able to keep them off balance and get some hits of our own, then you never know. And just the way the season's been and the way we've kind of gone after games where we've been down and faced some teams that can hit the ball. We've made some plays, and it's going to be a fun game. Regardless, like I told the kids, soak it in. The sun's going to come out tomorrow, win or lose. And that's how you got to look at it. You go out there for 2 hours and leave it on the field, and whatever happens. We do our job. That's all we can do. So we're excited for the opportunity, and we'll have a couple days of practice and see what we can make happen.
All right, Coach. Congrats on the win. Good luck Tuesday.
Great. Thank you.